Hey everyone, it's Jason. I just want to do a little quick video here showing off a couple just accessories or extra things you can pick up for Black Rose Wars. So here we have is the Secrets of the Lodge. So this is a special little expansion. It's really cool. It looks like a big giant book. But what it is actually is it's a book. It's Black Rose Wars Secret of the Lodge novel. It comes with Irene. You can actually buy Irene in a separate pack by itself if you can find it. Although it was a Kickstarter exclusive, or they're so like exclusive to the Lewis Magnus Studio. I don't think there's anything on the back here. No. But you can also find it in the big pack here that contains the book as well. And since I love the lore of this game, I was like, I may as well pick up this giant book. And it's bigger than I thought it was. So we are going to get her stuff as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at her things in case that's what you came here to see. So we have her miniature here. I'm just going to grab this really quick. So here is Irene's Mage card. I haven't unwrapped her yet. She has 10 health, 8 cards in her hand. 2 attack, 2 movement, and 2 quests. And there's Irene's miniature here. So very cool. We get a librarian type character. That's wicked feathers on her head. It's going to be very interesting to paint. Should have spelled her. I said it's a spell book, but it might not be. I mean, of course, she's a mage. It probably is of some sort. But yes, we have Irene here. Throw this back up. And then, so in case you're looking at picking her up, and I haven't unwrapped her cards yet either. I'm going to double check just to make sure it is just her 3 cards and it's not like a forgotten spell mixed in there or something too as well. You know, they do that sometimes. Nope, just her 3 cards. So she has Notes of the Magister. So a contingency spell. It says, draw 2 cards from your grimoire and gain 1 rose, or discard 4 cards if you do draw 1 forgotten spell. So I think she might be the only mage that straight up just lets you get forgotten spells. There are other spells in the schools that let you do it, or quests, or different things. But I think she's the only mage that can just straight up do it. I might be wrong. There's a lot of characters. On the other side, she has a trap. Another mage has drawn a forgotten spell. Look at 2 cards from the forgotten spell deck, draw 1, place the other at the bottom of the forgotten deck. So here, if she knows someone else is about to do it, they're heading towards the Black Rose room, she can go ahead and have this prepped, and then boom, she gets 1 too. Hey, you spent all the points for it. You discarded your cards, I get a free card out of it. So that's a really cool card. Does it make her overpowered? Not necessarily, because, yeah, you get a forgotten spell, but, you know, that means you don't have any other card that does anything else at the time. So basically, you're forfeiting a turn, or an action, to get 1 card, where someone else could be having a card that summons a thing that activates or does damage. So, it's here or there, I guess. So that's pretty cool. So if you're looking for an extra character, you can pick her up as a separate thing. Then we have the actual book itself. And I'm not going to, like, dive into this too much. I don't even really know what it's all about. For sure, but it is a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it'd be, like, a little tiny, like, novel, you know, like, a couple pages or whatever. But yeah, so it's a full-on book here. Fairly big text, which is always nice. So, I mean, it could have made a lot minor text. It does help with some of it. But, yeah, so it says, Anio Gamari, MDXX2I, 1522. Preface, Torino, November 15th. And if you kind of flip through, so I'm not going to get to too much of it, but we get to the beginning of a chapter. It's going to say who's talking. So, chapter 3, it's Tessa talking. And if we flip through, we have Jafar. So these are all characters from the original Black Rose game, Wars game. So it's not just stuff from Rebirth. So this takes place before, like here we're mentioning Nero. He's from the first game. So there's a chapter where he's doing stuff. So I'm assuming it's narrated by them, but I'm not for sure. But it is, if we get all the way to the end, 431 pages long. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to read to see what this is actually all about. I love the lore of the game. I hope we pick up the original version so I can get that. Alright, then the other thing we want to look at in this video are dividers. So the official store sold these, or you can sometimes see some of the Kickstarters. So these are dividers for all your schools or libraries. So we have one for Rebirth. So you have the Forgotten spells. Double-sided. They're clear. It's just kind of neat. We have Hex, Agony, Shamanic, Technomancy, Alchemy, Nightmare. So that's the original core set. Then we have the expansions. We have Famine, War, Death, Pestilence from the Apocalypse set. Then from the Stretch Goals ROTAS box, we have Forge, Geomancy, Oracle, Heka, Chaos, and Druidic. So we get all of the cool dividers for those. You can also pick up a set for the originals, which again, I don't currently own, but we have Forgotten. I like the fact they made the Forgotten ones different. Just kind of neat, so you get a little different thing. But they had Conspiracy, Destruction, Divination, Necromancy, Transmutation, Illusion, Cartomancy, Void, Enchantment, Chronomancy, Demonology, Bardic, Blood, Elementalism, Omnia, Trickery, Mind, and Myth. So this will get you enough to have dividers for the original game, for the Sator box, Rebirth, all the way up through the expansions and the ROTAS box. The only thing you would not have with this is the new Duels game, Void and Lex. Would have been kind of neat if they would have included them in there, but I kind of get why not, because not everyone's buying these. Not everyone's going to have all the stuff anyhow. And then there is the Torrents from Requiem, which came out recently, or is on its way out. It's being made right now. So that one is not available yet either. And then the other one would be the Christmas print and play set. I think those are the other 4 current spells. Now, technically Void, if you have this, would be in here in the original set. But then if you get Black Road, if you get the original one, as well as you have that one, then you have 2 different ones. I don't know. If they'll have the original, I can't compare them yet, so I don't know how same they are. If it's worth just replacing it, so it might only need the 3 of them. Hopefully they'll release something in their thing, like a little mini pack to pick up the other ones. It'd be neat. So I did want to show this off quick. So this is a little photo card box. I found these worked really well. I did these for my Arkham Horror game. When I had to use like campaign sets, because it's like a little box as a full set. They're a little bit deep for what you might need, but they do hold these cards very well. A little bit extra room, so they might bounce around a bit. I have mine sleeved, so if you don't sleeve them, you might be able to fit another full school in here. Otherwise, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 schools in there. And again, maybe the problem with the dividers is once the cards are sleeved, they might be a little bit too tall for the cards. So if I set a regular one in there, so a regular card next to it, it's just fine. But once you sleeved it, so if I grab the sleeve one out, they're just a little bit taller, and they do kind of get in the way a little bit. But it's again, that's just something to point out, so that way you can decide if you want them. But I do like these little boxes because I have the 6 sets from the expansions. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could even, so if I had another box, I could do the six cards from the base game, and then you'd have another one that could be the 4 from Apocalypse plus all your Forgotten spells, which is 5. And then even if they did, they could even have it, if they made another pack of these, it'd be cool if they made some for personal spell cards, because you could have a 6th one in there. Or you could add, instead of the Forgotten and the other things you eventually get a ton of Forgotten spells from all the sets plus all the personal spells, you could have them in a separate box somewhere else to be included in any game versus this. You can always put the dual Void and Lex and stuff in there as well. But yeah, just a nice little interesting way to hold your set. You have a little thing like there's, you could put like expansions or whatever. You can do that. So yeah, again, takes up a little bit of extra room. Might not be the best. But I do like to show off the idea. If you have sleeve cards, you can use the dividers. Really cool. Alright, that is what we have for this little mini video for Black Rose Wars. Check out all the other expansions and all the other cool stuff. Hit me up in the comments. See you guys later. Bye.